gold and blue, attacking from left to right. Harris with a kick-off. Great take on the fly by fullback Greg Fleming. And London will have first use of this football.
Quite a good kick-off there. Really got some height on it. Up on the plastic tee, of course. They can really get underneath the ball, but good take by Greg Fleming.
John Clark, the man with the head guard in, scampering into dummy half. He's there again once more and gets some good yards up the middle. Met though by Anthony Farrell, wrestled to the ground. That's the last tackle in this first set of 6 of the match. It's gone back to Carl Hammond. His kicking so important. Fleary put him under pressure, but that's a great kick. And Pratt has dropped it. But the referee says that London were inside the 10. They're caught offside.
Let them all get offside.
Lady Luck shining on Carl Pratt there. It was a woeful attempt to take this kick from Hammond, who was under a lot of pressure. But you can see there it was in front of the kicker, deemed by Steve Presley. Dominic Peters, and a huge let-off there for the Rhinos.
So Leeds have the football. I don't know whether he was taken out off the ball, but the referee was bang on the spot.
Good work also by the winger, Frank Napoli. He came over and made sure that he went, there's the man playing the ball now, but he was instrumental in making sure that the fullback took that ball. Quick thinking there from the youngster.
John Clark gets the ball away. This is Miller.
Oh, dear me. Well, perhaps it looked a little bit worse than what it was. It was a grab, or was it? Hard to say. We're watching it. Well, it finally ended up there, but to be fair, there was no clenched fist, and it was more of a grab. Kept his composure, did the referee Steve Presley. Just had a little word to the big fella on the way through. Rightly so.
Farrell, one of the fresher legs. He missed the first game of his season against Salford on Tuesday, the big second rower, England international. Tolson Tollett gets the pass away to Hammond. Fleming saw the gap. Blackmore wrapped him up.
Great tackle there from the New Zealand international. Good move though by the Broncos.
Dooley bounces off one, gets away from McDermott to Hall. Quick hands here. Fleming now. Fleming taking on Hay and also Blackmore, but the door slamming shut in his face. This is John Clark. Gets the pass away to Hammond. Timu now. Scrambling Leeds defence. 2 tackles to go this set of 6. And it's with Millard again. Steps away from McDermott. Keeping going, Millard. Got support there from Fleming, but didn't release the pass. Got though within 3 metres of the line. Clark to Hammond again. Stabbing the ball through his Hammond. Wrapped up by Lawford, and Lawford just carries the ball out and over the dead ball line.
Outstanding rugby league from the Broncos, and it was a neat kick as well. Lawford doing the right thing. Not the deepest in-goal area here at the Valley, but good work from the hooker. Neat kick from that man, Carl Hammond. That's what the Broncos need throughout this game.
Back from suspension for the last 2. Carl Hammond and both won. Coincidental? Now then, I'm not going to make a comment this week about possible knock-ons, but did that go forwards or backwards?
Well, that went backwards. Definitely went backwards. His arm came through in the swinging motion, and it went behind him. You see quite clearly. Yeah, that went backwards. Disappointing there for the Broncos, but Leeds, can they put something together early?
Senior, and Blackmore had to pluck that ball out of the air. He was under immense pressure, and it was a great tackle on him there by Matt Tosher.
Not only that, first Senior took an awful pass, and then it was Blackmore that had to take it as well.
Lawford's on halfway, and he gives it to Farrell. I think it's going to be a physical game, this.
Well, Leeds will not want that.
It's exactly what the Broncos will want. Barnhill spins away from one, can't get away from the next 2 in. Lawford waits dummy half, gives it to Barry McDermott. And he used the runner as the foil. And Ryan Sheridan couldn't get out of the way.
As soon as Sheridan even made an effort just to touch on Timu, that was sufficient enough to have halted Timu's progress to get involved in the tackle. Well spotted by Steve Presley again. Well, we give him high praise for the cup final. He's carrying on where he left off.
It's London in possession with Tulson Tollett, and again he finds Millard. Shane Millard, his last try came against Huddersfield last August. This is the way it looks since 1980 when London or Fulham were formed. Knock on, ruled against Dominic Peters. This is the way it looks here in London, level pegging. But Leeds with a great record in Super League recently against this team.
Not the best pass from Carl Hammond. Was always going in a downward spiral. Pretty difficult to get to it. Whether that was a knock-on, perhaps it came off his boot. Well, I praised him, and I think the referee's come over the boo-boo. That came off the boot.
Well, the knock-on went against London, and that knock-on went against London, the one earlier on from Dooley. This is Barnhill.
Good tackle by Scott Cram.
Sheridan, McDermott, bang, crash, release of the pass. Lawford's dropped it, London have got it back.
Big hits on show tonight.
Tollett hands the pass on. Johnson for London.
Pretty solid defence from Leeds, though. They've got them marshalled pretty well. You can see on that wide shot there that they're moving up rather quickly. They're forcing London down the middle.
And here's Matt Toshak. Big hit on him by Fleary upstairs, Lawford downstairs. Quick play the ball. Clark to Tulson Tollett. Back it goes on the inside again. And that's Scott Cram. He gets to his feet. Tollett again. Hammond looking to come this way. Johnson has hit the gap. Blackmore, though, hauls him down.
Beautiful delayed pass from Carl Hammond.
And he's going to come this way, he indicated, but no, he goes not down the short side. Floats the kick over wide. It's bounced into the arms of Barnhill. Play on, says referee Steve Presley.
Definitely a Broncos hand there. It was Timu that got to it first. Not so sure that was an advantage to the Rhinos. I'm sure they would have liked to have a scrum down 10 metres away from the goal line.
Yes, they're only now just 10 metres away from their own line. They get a bit more ground here with Keith Senior. Good strong run from Senior there.
Collision with the heads, two of the Bronco players. It's pretty rough and tough out there, I can tell you.
It's the last tackle here. Oh, that's a terrible pass. And Harris is under pressure. Tollett was after him. Got the kick away. Dominic Peters was anxious to make sure that that didn't go for a 40-20. Peters now, he's running down a blind alley. Good chase. Good discipline from Leeds. They didn't stray inside the 10.
What talent this Leeds fullback, Justin Harris. Under so much pressure, it was a bad pass, and yet he nearly achieved the impossible and got a 40-20 with it. From the shoulder.
It was Anthony Farrell with the tackle. Tackle was on Wynyard. That tackle was on Scott Cram. He gets to his feet. Clark at dummy half. Here's the big fella, Dooley. Bang off the chest of Fleary. And McDermott in there as well. Well, three of the biggest on show there in that little cameo. Clark. Tollett will hoist the kick again. They're testing out Carl Pratt, aren't they? Harris, though, collects it in his own in-goal area, diffuses the bomb. It'll start with a tap on the 20.
Idea was good, but a little bit too far forward from Tulson Tollett.
Certainly all the kicks, Steve-O, have angled from right to left. They're going to test Carl Pratt if they can.
Well, they know in the past that he's not the best at diffusing any of the high kicks. It's all about looking at the videos and making sure that the coach gets it through to their players. Always working hard, isn't he, Barry McDermott?
He's got a try against Salford on Tuesday, so he is playing his third game inside the week. That's a good ball from Sheridan to Andy Hay.
Well, it's obvious that Dean Lance has told Barry McDermott, go out there for the first 20, give it everything you've got, and they'll bring on Jamie Matthew.
Fleary with a good drive to the 20-metre line. It's the last tackle here for the Leeds Rhinos. Lawford dummy half, Powell, and Powell will slide the kick over the top. This time looking for Carl Pratt. He flicked it back this way and that.
No, he'll take the first knock on. It hit the head of a London player. You see there, Pratt gets it to it. Now did that go back? Well,
that's 2-1.
I'm confused now.
Well, London in possession.
I find it very difficult to get through this Leeds defence. It's very strong indeed.
Napoli plays the ball. Clark away to the big fella Dooley, and then wide it goes to Timu, and he's evaded 2 tackles. Senior is showing him the touchline. That's good defence from Senior. Forcing him wide, forcing him into touch. And he gets a handshake and a pat on the back all round. Great defence from Keith Senior. Timu thought he was away.
Beautiful break on the outside. You could see Cummins had come in from the wing, and he just couldn't get away. That was a good fend. But to be fair, Keith Senior just had the opportunity, because he stumbled, to get back for the second effort. But what a great break from that man, Timu.
It was. He turns 31 on Monday, does John Timu. Returned against Wakefield on Monday after 7 games out of action.
Not as I do. Get over there on the line. Get over there. Explode the ball.
Well, Jamie Matthew is on, and it's not Barry McDermott. He has replaced as Darren Cleary. Here's Yestin Harris now. Away from one. Gives it to Blackmore, and Blackmore's away. Blackmore's got space ahead of him. Johnson managed to hang on and haul him down. Pratt, dummy half. Powell looping into the arms of Sheridan. Wide it goes then to Barnhill. Good tackle from Tollett. Oh, and Barnhill released the ball. Trying to keep the movement going. John Clark drops on it gratefully.
Far too fancy, and you could see that Andy Hay was not supporting. He was stood still. Is that an indication that some of these Leeds players are feeling the pinch already?
Well, they must be. It's a big ask to play 3 games of rugby league over the course of 7 days. One of them a cup final, then Salford on Tuesday, the homecoming, and now here tonight down at the other end of the country in London.
There's a great offload by the prop forward Justin Dooley, but I think he's picked up an injury. He was down in his haunches, and he's still trying to suck in the oxygen. Way back in the full-back position now is Dooley.
As Tollett again hoists the kick across the field. Blackmore's under it. He misses it, but the referee said it's a knock-on against London.
Well, the option yet again from the Broncos. This is the 4th kick. No, they've really given some height to. You can see there that Dominic Peters was desperate to try to flick that ball back, but equal to the task was young Carl Pratt.
Cummins picks up the pieces, and a good job that he did also for Leeds.
Well, I'm not so sure that that's the tactics that Leeds should employ, trying to offload. We saw Barnhill throw a poor pass. On that occasion, McDermott. I would think that their coach, Neil Lance, would be more inclined to say, listen, let's make sure we get through our sets of 6. Slow this game down.
John Money watching this match. He has quite a record against Leeds from his Wigan days mainly. Played 19, won 13, lost 5 and 1 draw. So if anyone knows how to beat Leeds, it's John Money. But can his troops do it for him? Pratt gets the kick in. Tollett is there to help out. Flicks the ball back. Fleming gets away from Pratt, but not away from Powell and Blackmore.
Well, there is one man out there on the Leeds side that has been a real pain in the backside for this London Broncos side over the years, and that's Yestin Harris. If they get anywhere near the London Bronco line...
Offside Leeds. Too eager to close down at the play the ball.
Just saying, Eddie, that if they get anywhere near the London goal line, I'm sure that Yestin Harris, he's got all the skills to produce something near miraculous to give Leeds perhaps the incentive they need. They must get tired.
Here comes Dooley, and Farrell stood his ground again. Clark goes into dummy half. Tollett looks wide, and then back it comes to Johnson.
Stood still though was Johnson. Second row should be coming a little bit faster than that on the run.
Dooley's down on his
Stood still.
haunches behind John Clark. He's found Tollett though. It goes wide to Hammond, further wide to Greg Fleming, and straight then into the... Oh, and it's pinched back. Play on. It's one-on-one. It's going to be play on. Penalty. How's he got that?
Well, who's got it first? That's the big question. Fleming gets it on to Timu, and I think that... Well, has he called held? I never heard the referee call held.
Well, Timu's been a bit hard done by there.
Well, the man was still moving.
It was a one-on-one. It was a steal. And London believe they've been robbed.
There's little doubt that Cummings has taken the football, so Timu taking it back. He did not shout held.
So it's Leeds who are in possession. McDermott on the halfway line.
Well, all the glory of heaped on Steve Presley. Quickly diminishing.
Well, he ruled, the word is from Steve Presley, that the tackle was completed. Andy Hay, almost over, in fact he was over the top of Tolson Tollett in the end. Hay plays the ball, Lawford, Farrell, past Dooley, who is, I think, a little distressed at the moment. He took a heavy knock earlier, Steve-O described it to you, and he's been on his haunches taking in air, and Ryan Sheridan, well, you can see the reaction of his coach Dean Lance. It must be so frustrating, a team of such talent, and yet they come up with simple, basic errors at times.
Just took his eyes off the football, looking towards the would-be tackler.
It's that sort of game, isn't it?
Well, it's been that sort of season for this youngster. Ryan Sheridan is, over the last 2 years, he really has come to the fore, and at one time must have been, oh, dear me.
Hammond's at it now.
I rest my case. You're right, Eddie. It's one of those games at the moment. Nothing wrong with it. He did exactly the same as what Ryan Sheridan did.
Looking out the corner of their eye, aren't they, for the extra set missiles coming at them.
Extra set, you got it right.
Sheridan. Powell. Harris drifting into the line for almost the first time. Timu has it. Senior. Good tackling again by London. Barry McDermott is the man to be replaced by Matthew. The other was a blood bin change. Andy Hay. Lawford coming this way with Sheridan. Back in field to Blackmore. He goes away from Scott Cram. Can't get away from the next three though. And you'll notice that Dean Calloway has come on for John Clark. Here's Darryl Powell, Matthew, good hands from Leeds, Fleary back from the blood bin to within a metre of the line. That's the last tackle for Leeds. Lawford spins it wide to Harris. Harris looking to go towards the try line, just held up by scrambling London defence.
Good stuff. I said he was a danger man if he got anywhere near, and it took three of them to get through.
Leeds now caught offside.
Well, that will be a huge relief. Such talent, isn't he, Houston Harris? Just recovering from a bad leg injury.
And he has played and scored before tonight in the last 7 against London in Super League, so you can make that now the last 8, because he's already scored here tonight with that penalty goal that separates the two teams, 2-0. Ball back on the inside, but Farrell and Matthew were waiting there. Nowhere for Andy Johnson to go on that occasion, and a drive-in by Dooley, penalty.
2-on-1, interfering. Just touched it. Shaking his head is David Barnhill. Tackle complete. Could have got Barnhill for a flop anyway. In the end, he's got him for reefing the football out of the hands of Scott Cram. Little doubt in it. Spoiling tactics. And we'll see plenty of this from Leeds. Remember a couple of years ago that the London Broncos, they were criticised throughout the Rugby League for such a tactic, slowing things down, making sure that the opposition got frustrated. I'm sure that's what Leeds are trying to do here.
Barnhill bench in the cup final. Big contribution though in the second half when he got on. 4 tries in 12 matches for David Barnhill, incidentally. Now he's enjoying a try-scoring run in the British game that he has never ever known before. Well, Tosin Tollett making sure that his kicking tee is A-OK. There's David Barnhill.
It's amazing. I thought they brought out an ashtray at first.
Clean one, I hope. But 11 goals for Tosin Tollett this year. 5 tries. And he celebrates his 27th birthday tomorrow. There's quite a smattering of birthdays going to be celebrated next week in this match tonight. Tollett, one of them. So Tollett, he's about 31 metres out, or just about centre field, and he gets the 2 points for the Broncos. London 2, Leeds 2, all square, down here in the Valley.
Well deserved as well. Broncos have created some nice opportunities. They must have been a little bit confused, not too happy about it though. John Money knows that this is going to be an arm wrestle all the way through.
Well, we are watching 2 of the 3 lowest scoring sides in Super League tonight. Only Salford have scored less. 2 all, and 25.5 minutes or thereabouts on the watch. Oh, what on earth are they doing behind their own try line? 3 of them were there, and they made a right porridge of it.
Well, obviously,
Seabold just flicks it forward.
Well, I get the impression there that Carl Hammond may have called, and because Seabold had to just have a lunge at it at the very last moment. Real confusion there. Now it's put the Broncos on the back foot when really they should have been carting the ball upfield.
Only just come on for Andrew Johnson. Anthony Seabold, what a first touch that was. Andy Hay for Leeds. Lee Jackson's on. He finds Fleary. Blackmore, the pass wasn't a good one from Fleary. Blackmore had to stop and in fact reach backwards for it.
Very shallow Leeds. It's a style that they adopted at Merrifield last Saturday. Oh, he was nearly through.
It was a crucial tackle that was made on him. Here's Matthew. Matthew again, spinning, attracting 3. Jackson to Powell. Wide to Harris, getting more and more involved, but he won't like the final pass.
Well, again, that surprised me. They've gone for the power play. When you're trying to slow things down, the last thing you want to do is try to be fancy. I'm surprised they did not opt for the kick, trying to force the ball in dead in goal so that they could get possession back.
Here come London once again. Seabold gets to his feet, plays it. Wrestled Farrell, wrestled Callaway to the ground. Hammond drills the kick all along the ground. But that is too shallow. That will run dead in goal again. Well, it's not the best game we've seen so far this season.
Good option. A little bit too strong. In the opening 15 minutes, it got the impression that Carl Hammond was really up for this. But it really has been a stop-start affair. Still at 2 all. I'm sure that London coach John Money will be quite happy with the fact that he knows, as well as perhaps some of the Leeds players.
Oh, Matthew and Millard are at it. Matthew played the ball and then went looking for Millard. The touch judges are on. And touch judge pointing a finger at Jamie Matthew. He played the ball, I was watching it, and he went looking for Millard. This is it.
Plays the ball. Well, that's stupidity. This should be a penalty to the London Broncos.
Right, so Millard and Matthew. Right. Leeds, yeah. Millard, please. Jamie.
Well, they've got the right culprits, but I think they're going to give the penalty to Leeds if the whisper in the referee's ear was right that I heard.
The touch judges, I've got to guess it's your penalty. Leeds, he's stood on your hands.
You're right.
Right. Listen to me.
Well, how many times is the retaliator?
He's retaliated. You both had a go.
Bang.
One chance all with me.
Well,
that's the end
the
of
touch
it.
judge has got it.
Penalty to Leeds.
Real haymakers going in there.
There was a stamp on Jamie Matthews' hand. I think that was the indication of the referee. He put his foot hard down on the pitch when he awarded the penalty.
Well, if that's the case, why didn't the touch judge run on straight away then?
Matthew drives it in again.
Why wait until we have a big Barney?
Sheridan, Fleary, he skips away from one. Fleming and Callaway combine to bring him down. The tackle missed. Here now is Andy Hay. Andy Hay to within half a metre.
Great run there from the loose forward, Hay.
Harris down the short side. Senior, it was a chance maybe of flicking it out wide to the wing of Cummings, but he held on and was forced back by about 3 or 4 metres. Leeds on the last. It's with Sheridan. Wide it goes, looking for Farrell. Bounces into the arms almost of Pratt.
But why on earth are they running the power play? This is ludicrous tactics. I cannot believe this at all.
Offside now at Leeds. Callaway. Fleary was on his back and Leeds had it back with Powell.
Well, the referee got in the way there. He should not have attempted to pass the ball. Finally came out.
Now London are offside. Well, it's whistles, and it's pretty poor stuff from these two.
Well, to be fair, Blackmore wanted to get on with it, and for once, common sense has prevailed. Justin Harris is screaming at it. This is where he goes, and well, they never made the 10. No way in the world have they made the 10. He couldn't pass it because the referee was in the way, and then he says, play on. Well, it was about 5 metres. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never made any attempt. This should have been a penalty. Well, some of the decisions are not helping this match. I knew before the game kicked off when I gave Mr. Presley huge praise.
Well, the error count is also mounting. 6 for the Broncos and 7 for Leeds. 32 minutes on the watch. Harris, usually pretty deadly from this range. Tonight is no exception. London 2, Leeds Rhinos 4. 3 kicks.
And as I mentioned, good thinking by Justin Harris. He knows that they have to sort of calm things down, and that's why I'm absolutely perplexed the fact that they've gone for the 2 power plays.
Well, they've run 3 power plays in all in the match, and London have yet to run one. But it's all about tonight, I suppose. Leeds just grinding the win out, if a win it's going to be. It's not terribly pretty, but all the Rhinos are interested in, I would think, is getting through this week and picking up their 4th point after the cup final.
Well, if they do win tonight, it will be a remarkable effort. 3 games in 1 week.
Andy Hayes playing well whenever he gets the ball. Jackson.
Back to 6.
Yes, it is. He's wiped the tackle count down. Harris showed it to Farrell. Now straightens it up. Tollett tracked him all the way.
He did well. Threw one dummy on the inside, then on the outside, but Tollett went with him all the way.
Good run here from Carl Pratt. Halted in the end. Well, is he encouraged or what by what he's seen so far? He'd be encouraged by the scoreline. Barnhill on the charge.
They're beginning to find a few little half gaps out wide, Leeds. Good tackle there from Dooley. Really put the shoulder in.
Matthew is struggling to his feet. Ooh!
It was a grab.
It was, and it was all right, according to the referee. But
you try to tell Jackson that. Jackson's out.
Justin Dooley caught him.
We'll soon find out. Well, he certainly was round and up in the chin area. Oh, yeah, right on the noggin, right in the nose. Well, that hasn't been seen by the touch judge. He's out. I was just about to say that this guy has a habit of transforming the Leeds outfit, Lee Jackson.
Obviously, where he's reacting, something must have happened, so just let the committee look at it. OK, after that report. I'm not starting with a free kick.
It's on report.
Yeah.
Referee Steve Presley said that he didn't see it, so he wants the disciplinary committee to look at it this week because of the way Jackson is reacting. Something obviously has happened. So Justin Dooley goes on report and Lee Jackson goes on to the bench for the time being.
Well, I'm not so sure that that's going to help Dean Lance and the Leeds' cause, because I was just about to mention the fact that he's such an influential player.
So it's the last tackle for Leeds after all of that, and it's with Sheridan. Now it's with Powell, and he hoists the kick. It slices off the outside of the boot, rather. Dominic Peters claims it airborne. Gets away from Sheridan, straightens off.
Good take by the youngster Peters. Well, at least Leeds have now started to get the message and use the kick. It wasn't the best one, though.
Napoli plays it to Callaway. The big fellow Dooley comes thundering upfield again, met by Farrell and Fleary. Callaway once more, Tollett, and it goes to Toshak, I beg your pardon, Wynyard.
Well, what a battle royal it is between Darren Fleary and Justin Dooley, and I think Fleary's taking the points at the moment.
Driven by Seabold on Matthew then as well. Callaway to Hammond. That's a better kick from Carl Hammond. Pratt and Harris after it. It's bounced. It's flicked. Rexless is after it. Rexless gets it. He flicks it back. And the ball came off the feet of Dean Callaway.
Well, it went back. They had the opportunity. If there had been someone out there, there wasn't. Well, Callaway came off a Leeds player. Yep. No.
He didn't play at it though, did he?
And so it went back. But I'm not so sure that Callaway couldn't have got to that football rather than kick it out.
4.5 minutes to the break. It's London 2, Leeds 4. We've had a penalty from London and 2 from Leeds and Iestyn Harris. Barnhill. We haven't had many first halves that have not resulted in a try in Super League.
Still plenty to go.
Yes, there's 4 minutes. It's with Powell, now it's with Andy Hay. Last tackle coming up for Leeds. So watch Harris, he'll put boot to ball, and he does. And collected on the fly by Napoli. And Fleary and Senior combined to bring him down.
Good work by the prop forward. Good kick and chase on that occasion, but rather ominous, I feel, for Leeds is the fact that it was Fleary, a prop forward, who was the first man there leading the charge.
Big hit by Darryl Powell. Matt Toshak would have felt that.
There's been some big hits. Both sides, their defence has been cruel at times.
Now then, Hammond, another crossfield kick. He's looking for a 40-20, but he won't get it.
Just short. He was over his 40. He looks a bit bemused. But it was about 3 or 4 metres short. Way behind the 40. And you'll see on the replay, it just takes a kick to the left. But 2-3 metres short.
Yeah, but it's got to go in the 20 for it to count. It's one of them rules.
The referee explaining the rule at the scrum to the London forwards as they pack down.
Always blame the forwards, don't they?
This is Harris. Out wide from Powell to Senior.
Roll away, let go.
Tackling from Timu. Powell flicked it back. Harris. Flat run. Blackmore. Toshak swatted away. Retchless, great tackle on Harris.
Wonderful stuff. Applying the pressure now.
Carl Pratt. Dean Lawford and Sheridan. He drifted over the top, and it was outside the 40 is the shout from referee Steve Presley. Good kick. Good chase.
Good option there. They kicked on the 4th tackle rather than the 5th. So therefore, they knew that the 2 wingers were slow to get back. Normally only drop back on the 5th tackle. There's good thinking there from Sheridan.
Very little sign that either of these two sides have the nous to break down these very physical defences.
As I say, it's pretty solid. There's some rough stuff going on out there.
Johnson gets to his feet. Callaway. Tullett.
Where you both from here?
Chip over the top into the corner, but probably too deep, and it is.
Well, we just heard the drums of the London Broncos fans, so has John Money. He's hoping that perhaps something can come of this. But as Eddie mentioned, the defences on both sides has been quite superb. It must be taken out of them, but you'd have to say again that that man would have to be the most worried out of the 2 coaches. They've got to run out of steam.
Well, the tackling has been punishing, as you say, and you just wonder what it will take out of them for later on in the game. You would imagine that things will open up a bit in the second half. Matthew, well, he missed out Powell, but he found Lawford. That's the last.
Surely they'll utilise the kick. There's only seconds left.
Harris, Sheridan, there is the kick. There is the kick. It's a good kick too, but well claimed by Fleming.
That'll be it. Great stuff. In fine form, Greg Fleming.
John Money makes his way to the dressing rooms to talk to his players, and we have had a tryless first half. Dean Lance's men are ahead, courtesy of 2 Iestyn Harris penalties. Between times we had a Tolson Tollett penalty goal. So the London Broncos 2, Leeds Rhinos 4. Nothing to choose really between the 2 sides. Defence has held the key so far. One would expect that something might give in the second 40. Coming up on Sunday, the last day of the Football League season, and here on Sky Sports we'll bring you the highs and the lows, all the goals that matter, plus 2 live games. Charlton are going to the Premiership automatically. Who will go with them? Blackburn against Manchester City and Ipswich against Walsall. Join Marcus Buckland and the rest of the team on Sunday from midday on Sky Sports 2. Half-time here at the Valley in the Super League match between the Broncos and the Rhinos. And it's 4 points to 2 to Leeds at the start of this second half. So, as they say, all to play for in the second 40. And the big question, have Leeds got enough stamina to see them through this? Or can London find a few holes out wide? And the use of his substitutes by Coach Dean Lance will be absolutely critical to the outcome, we feel.
Sure will, and when will he bring on Adrian Morley? That is a big question. And a wow of a game at Merrifield last Saturday. And I'm sure he's itching to get out there. He will certainly make an impact, that's for sure.
Just as Barnhill did in the cup final last week. Talking of itching, how are the knees after the kilt last week?
Don't ask.
Jamie Matthew goes down. Last tackle, first set of 6, second half. Sheridan hoists the kick out wide. Peters times his jump to perfection. He's not done bad under the high ball so far tonight, as Dominic Peters.
Well, that surprised me that they've tried to pepper Dominic Peters' wing. Is such a tall chap.
Come on, that's good. Get him low, get him low, get him low.
London in possession. And let's pick up news of what was said in those dressing rooms at half-time. Angela Powers is down there.
Well, as you said earlier, Eddie, a real effort needed from both teams to win this game, and that's what both coaches are demanding. John Money knows Leeds have had a draining week, but they're big and fit and strong and can find reserves of energy when they need to. It's up to the Broncos to keep taking the game to them and tire them out to create the gaps. He's looking for his players to play with real enthusiasm, keep the speed up and stop Leeds from slowing it down. Dean Lance is looking for the opposite, really. He knows his players are tired, so he wants them to hold on to the ball, complete their sets of 6 and play steadily with no errors. Hopefully, he says, they'll find the spot, the gaps they need when they come.
So it's rather like a game of chess, isn't it, at the moment? The two coaches, like the rest of us really, are waiting for something to unfold in the next 38 minutes or so. And Dean Lance will be absolutely desperate for the win here, because they've got Hull away and then Wigan and Bradford successively at Headingley to come in Super League. This is a big game for the Leeds Rhinos and Dean Lance.
Sure is, and they've got to try to get those vital 2 points. They know that if they lose here tonight, it's going to get even more difficult to make the top 5. I can safely say, I think they can forget about any of the top 3 positions.
Dominic Peters.
Good work.
Great run from him, pulled down by Jackson. And the run from Napoli.
That went backwards, yeah.
Harris to weave a little bit of magic. Well, not this time.
Well done there by Lee Jackson. Looks to have recovered from that big whack on the nose. Won't do his looks any good.
Sheridan to Barnhill. He showed it to Andy Hay, took it on himself.
The biggest problem, though, of course, with the Rhinos is that even if they make the half break, there's not a real great deal of stamina to get the supporting players there. It's going to be a one-out effort.
Glenn Ayres making his second debut for the London Broncos. Blackmore has got some space to exploit out wide, and it takes 3 in the end to bring the big Kiwi down. They're within half a metre of the line. This is a great chance for the Rhinos, with Powell looping pass into the arms of Andy Hay. A gap opened up for Hay almost. He flicked it back to Sheridan. Sheridan to Senior. Oh, what a try!
He got it down.
He did.
Great effort.
Touch judge and referee can't decide, so they're going to hand it on to the video ref.
Have he got a foot on the line, or did he touch the corner flag?
No, he got this down.
Ball,
this was a wonderful effort by Senior.
Oh, watch the foot.
Oh, now then, is that a quarter of an inch in? I think it. Oh, dearie me. Who would want to be a video referee?
Well, John Holdsworth does, and he's tonight's video ref. He's got to make the big call here.
I'll go for try. Is that on the whitewash or not?
It's a toenail if it's on the whitewash, or a half of a stud.
Toenails, belly buttons, we get them all, don't we? I'd be inclined to give this.
The placing of the football's not a problem, it's just that trailing foot.
Well, on the angle, it looks as though it's on it, but it's not in direct line with the touch, so I think this will be try.
There could be a big try, and it is for the Leeds Rhinos, and Keith Senior doing really well there to hold off the challenge of the defender and having the strength to stay within the field of play and touchdown for his 3rd of the year.
Good work from Blackmore, put them in this position. It was a speculative pass from Andy Hay. Went through the gap and just let it go anywhere. Sheridan was on hand, and he could see that John Timu had been sucked in. Good effort, though.
Great effort from Keith Senior, but needless to say, tight out on the touchline here is Iestyn Harris. Just half a metre in from touch. Right-footed kicker, though, and Harris has kicked it from the touchline. Magnificent kick for Iestyn Harris, and Leeds are ahead by 10 points to 2, and that could be a crucial blow not only to John Money but to Leeds' hopes for the season.
There you see it, 5 London defenders. As soon as Sheridan's got the ball, got a few to choose from. Senior says I'm the strongest. It was a close one, but I think the video referee's got it right.
Well, that will encourage them. That will encourage Leeds. An 8-point gap at the start of the second half. What have the Broncos got now in reply? Senior again. He fancies his chances now. Napoli couldn't get to him, but Timu did. Cummins, dummy half, gives it to Barnhill. Barnhill is all wrapped up by Andrew Wynyard.
Well, we've said it all along, haven't we, that many games do need a try to lift it, and I think this will do that.
Andy Hay held on then, didn't slip the pass. Jackson, here's Harris. Every time he injects himself into the line, something could happen. Barnhill, though, drops it.
Well, to be fair to Barnhill, it was more of a hospital pass. You could see that Hammond had lined him up already. Couldn't really blame the second rower.
Dominic Peters.
Well, surely this will lift the Broncos. That's a good run again from Justin Dooley. What a battle it's been between him and Fleary.
And off goes Andy Johnson again. Blackmore hauls him down. This is a different London side, Steve, than the one we saw at Wigan earlier on this year.
Well, to be fair to John Money, he had a lot of problems with injuries.
That's a great ball, and opportunities here for Wynyard again, but he is dropped to the ground about 8 metres short of the line. It's the last tackle, and Hammond is running this. Hammond slips the pass brilliantly, put down. Now then, is that a try for Tolson Tollett?
It sure is.
It's another decision for the video referee.
To the screen, please.
It's a question of who
did the London
got
man
the
move
ball forward or back.
The last tackle.
I think you'll find...
Or did the ball go backwards?
It was knocked out by
if
Powell.
Lost the ball, it was fifth and last tackle, it'll be a changeover.
Now then, was it knocked out by Powell? This is the key factor.
Callaway caught it.
No, I think he's released it beforehand. I think it'll be deemed that he tried to get the ball away. Yep. Unfortunately, this will be no try as far as the Bronco fans are concerned. High shot will prove it perhaps. Or did it go back? Ooh, it may well have gone back.
Well,
they earn their corn, don't they, eh? They do get a bit of coin as well, but well, the momentum rule is in front of the ball.
Well, it's a huge call, and Tolson Tollett waits to see. No try. The turnover, it was on the last. It just shows you why they cannot go to the big screen for forward passes, because on one of those replays it looked for all the world that that ball had gone backwards.
That's right. It's a good effort from Glen Eyre. Knew the importance of trying to get the ball away. Leeds were caught very short out wide.
Well, John Money, wonder if he thinks the gods are conspiring against him. Matthew takes the third tackle. It's got the crowd going anyway, that decision. Powell, and Dooley is all over him like a cheap suit. Powell not happy.
He says he's been bitten. I think that's what the indication he was saying to the referee, Presley. Someone's had a bit of a munch on me.
Napoli gets the ball away to Dominic Peters.
Well, the key now for London is to keep this ball alive. They've got to try to run this Rhino outfit right off their feet. Just like sticking a knife in the petrol tank. That's what they've got to try to do.
Johnson, about 6 metres inside his own half, plays the ball to Callaway. Callaway gets it away to Shane Millard. The ball has bounced free again. It's play on, and it's with Morley, who juggles it and manages to retain possession. It's Fleary, gets them over halfway, brushes away from Dooley, can't get away from Retchless. Jackson to Powell. Big hit on Darryl Powell. And Farrell drives in. Leeds inching ever closer again, looking for another try. Marcus St. Hilaire just on the field, senior, onto Harris. Good play this from Leeds. Harris running flat. Back it goes then to Blackmore. And Blackmore flicks it back to Fleary. They're keeping the ball alive. It's what London should be doing when they have the ball in hand. But it's Leeds on the last tackle with Sheridan off the outside of the boot. Flicked it, and Tullett picked it up. And the referee deeming he wasn't in goal when he diffused that bomb.
He got it right as well, came from the field of play. Good play though by Tullett. He's had a big game, this kid, Nick Peters. Worked very hard, but not more so than the prop forward for Leeds, Darren Fleary. He's had an outstanding game.
And off goes Napoli again. He's an Italian international, played in their aborted World Cup bid. Try and join in the fun later on this year.
Super defence there by Richie Blackmore on Johnson. Well, this is a marvellous effort from the Rhinos so far in the second half.
Marcus St. Hilaire, great weaving run from him, and again he's through four. Tullett eventually got him down, and had he slipped the pass, Lee Jackson would have been over under the sticks. As it is, Leeds have grown immeasurably in confidence since Senior put that ball over the whitewash for the try.
Wonderful work from St. Hilaire, but you have to point the finger at some woeful attempt at tackling. John Money would not be impressed with that passage of play.
Sheridan, oh, he manages to hang on to that. That was great control. John Money looking anxiously on as Powell again runs flat. Flicks the ball then to Blackmore. Blackmore back out of the back door to Carl Pratt.
Surely the kick yet again.
It's with Jackson. It goes wide to Blackmore. He puts the kick in. It's still the last, although it hit the London Bronco. And Richless picks up the loose ball and then collects the tackle from Jamie Matthew.
Well, it eventually formulated a kick, but really I cannot still understand why Leeds are trying to do the power play. They've got an 8-point lead. Common sense should prevail.
Fourth power play from Leeds. London have run it on the last tackle once, and it's with Tullett. Oh, and that's a bit risky, it must be said.
Play the first knock on. Don't know about risky, a bit scrappy.
Well, I mean, they're just forcing the error, aren't they, Leeds, from London all the time.
Well, there's an impossible pass there. Retchless was on hand, but when you've got two in attendance, you're better off ensuring you keep possession. Well, you'd think, wouldn't you, that Leeds were the side that's only had 2 games is against London.
You would. St. Hilaire plays it quickly to Jackson. Jackson finds Morley. Good strong run from Adrian Morley. Jackson again. On it goes to Powell. Here's Darren Fleary. And Fleary hits the deck. But they're getting closer and closer. It's a good passage of play from Leeds, this. Farrell. Back it goes again. Harris straightens it up. Nobody there on the right shoulder.
It's had to be a good tackle from Retchless.
Darryl Powell. Sheridan scores another try for Leeds. What an effort this is from the Rhinos. They open them up then. They have gained such confidence from that try from Senior. It has come flooding back through the team, and Dean Lance will be well pleased. Sheridan's 5th try of the season. And a priceless one, maybe.
Super play. Powell to the little dummy first, and then just put the half back into the gap. All the experience flowing through the brains of Darryl Powell here. See how he just sucked the defence to him and then just released it at the right moment. Sucked in Tolson Tullett and allowed Sheridan in for a wonderful try.
Ryan Sheridan with the try. That's his 11th try of the year in all competitions now. And Harris, 3 from 3, is bang in front of the sticks. He doesn't miss these, and he hasn't missed that. Super effort from Leeds. 16-2.
It's all about running the angle. You see the defence goes across. Tell him he's sucked into Powell. Great positional, good angle run from Sheridan. That'll build his confidence too. Great positional work. The two halfbacks combining.
Well, John Money's men have now got a little bit of work to do. Deep kick-off. Back comes the Blue Tide. High shot. Justin Dooley. Over the top of the shoulder.
No doubt about it. He's got away with a couple here, Dooley, but you can see first impact was on the shoulder. No doubt he finished up in Farrell's chin. Well, what a marvellous effort from the Rhinos. It really has been a tribute to them.
Well, they've had 1 or 2 critics this year. And
myself included.
Indeed, and they have bounced back off the canvas in the past week. And look at the way they have taken this game by the scruff of the neck in the second half. And they're looking for more here. Senior. Jackson's the dummy half. Morley on the charge. Morley almost through, but Rexler stuck to his guns. Jackson to Powell, and he went for the drop goal then. Just tried to stretch the lead still further and didn't quite connect.
Well, it looks as though he's looking for the netting.
Millard.
I don't think Alan Kerbishley would be impressed with that either.
I don't think so. Well, Sunday it's the Tigers against the champions St Helens at the Jungle. Sunday at 6:30 on Sky Sports 1. Saints will be here next week, by the way. It's New South Wales against Queensland. We're live with that. The State of Origin Wednesday at 10:30 on Sky Sports 1. As Leeds have the possession again. Sheridan is just ankle tapped.
Poor pass from Justin Dooley. Just offered a real gift to the Leeds side.
Before all of that, though, we have St George Illawarra against Auckland from the NRL in Australia in the morning at 9 on Sky Sports 3. Leeds playing with a lot more confidence second half. Good hands, Farrell.
They're running London off their feet.
This is like the Leeds of last year. Harris flicks the pass brilliantly. Carl Pratt, back it goes to St Hilaire. St Hilaire hangs on, looking for 4 himself, and takes the tackle. Still 2 left. Sheridan coming back inside, and Sheridan goes round under the sticks. Second try for Ryan Sheridan, and Leeds climb up the Super League table is underway. A rueful look from John Money. Ryan Sheridan. Leeds travelling army of supporters down here, well pleased with this second half.
And rightly so. It deserved a try. They kept that ball alive. Probably the best passage of football I've seen Leeds produce all season. Sheridan, as I said, full of confidence after that first try, makes it number 2. But the build-up to that was outstanding. Fully deserved.
So that's a dozen tries now in the year 2000 for Ryan Sheridan. And Justin Harris, academic really, he adds the extras. 22 points to 2. And it looks like the hoodoo that Leeds have got over the Broncos is going to continue. Well, it'll be a monumental effort now if the Broncos come back from this.
Well, they've got to copy what Leeds are doing to them, and that's keep this ball alive. But the confidence that is oozing through this Leeds outfit. A lot of criticism early in the season, and rightly so. They often look lost. But the way they have just rolled up their sleeves, full credit to the training staff at Leeds.
Jackson, punishing run from dummy half. He's got Cummins out wide. Cummins will cut inside. This is oh so easy now for the Leeds Rhinos. Cummins, Jackson made it with the run. Cummins was in support, stepped round the last defender. And Cummins, well, they're smiling now. They were furious to lose their cup last week, but their comeback bid in Super League's in full swing.
Slow at the marker, Jackson took full advantage, maybe a bit dubious on the last pass, but the referee Steve Presley was in an absolute superb position. Cummins took the step perhaps when he didn't need to, but look at this. They were very slow there. They were caught out at the play of the ball, and none better to utilise that is the hooker. Jackson on to Cummins, turning into a riot. Well, they expected the Leeds heads to go down. They haven't.
Well, remember when we brought you the Warrington-Wigan match last week, or rather on Monday of this week? It's such a long time ago. The second half went absolutely Wigan's way, and Leeds have run in 4 tries in the opening 20 minutes of this second half, and they are in danger here of running the Broncos right off their feet. Flicked on by Peters. Referee got that right.
They were claiming that a Leeds player had got to it. The knock-on given. Well, he's worked hard. Certainly can't point the finger to blame there. Oh, now then, that was knocked back by a Leeds player. Now on the replay, not that the referee can have the advantage of that, of course. Well, to be fair, Eddie, a few of the calls have gone against the Broncos, but you can't deny the effort that Leeds, and this is the incident. Peters knocks it back, and it's Blackmore that plays it back on again. He's not convinced. He's not happy either, John Money, and rightly so. The Broncos have capitulated against a side that really should be out on their feet. It's amazing. Leeds have produced some of their best football all season when they really should be going down in lumps with cramps or muscle strains.
Well, maybe they should always play 3 games in a week. I doubt it, I'm only joking. But what a task for London next Friday. They face the champions here, and we'll be with them. Sky Sports 1 Friday at 7. London against St Helens. It's a better ball back on the inside, and Wynyard carrying it forward again.
But what a great tackle from Powell. The old stager still puts it in, doesn't he?
Well, Steve-O, I mentioned that this was a different side than we saw at Wigan in the first half, in that they were much tighter in defence. Leeds have blown that argument completely to shreds in the second half, but the old problem remains. They haven't got a main strike threat player, have they? Someone who can just turn a match. St Hilaire knocked that forward, having said that. Any idea who the man of the match is? 09009 10 10 13. 2 grand final tickets. Marcus St Hilaire only just on. It's up to you whether you vote for him, of course, but you have to pick who the losing coaching staff will select.
Speculative kick by Glenn Eyre, and really
it's easy for you to say.
Certainly is. Really should have picked that up, but maybe it's the opportunity. Still plenty of time.
Here's Hammond. From Matt Toshak, plays the ball to Callaway, and this Leeds defence, they don't want them to cross for any reward. Glenn Eyre, great tackle.
Wonderful.
Keith Senior. Scott Cram driving it in for London, but they are swarming round the ball carrier. Callaway. And a ball to Wynyard, out wide it goes to Peters. The defence is remarshalled. Peters though fancies his chances. pulled. He's got the ball. Well, the ball has ended up down over the line.
What a great try from the kid.
And the referee rightly hands it on to the video referee to make up the mind.
He got it down all right. You just watch this. That's fingertip control. This will be try. What an effort. Well, he's worked hard all evening. Here it comes. Yep. No problem with that whatsoever.
Well, that's your view, but the video ref is not convinced. He might be now.
I bet you are as well. Well, that was a wonderful effort from Dominic Peters. TRY.
You've prejudged him. Biggest cheer of the night from the Broncos supporters for Dominic Peters' try, only his second of the year.
And fully deserved. The use of crisscross, Timu long ball out wide there. You can see that Pratt was just left in no man's land, but he took the inward route rather than the coastal route, and he came up with 4 points. Well, it's fully deserved. He has worked overtime. Remember, Leeds have peppered him with bombs. He's been equal to the task on all occasions. And if ever the try was deserved, it's this guy here.
Now can Tolson Tollett add the extras? He's missed it. 28 points to 6. Should have been 28 points to 8.
Good effort there, Callaway running from the dummy half position. And once the long ball was channeled out, he took the hardest route, but certainly came up with it. Fine effort.
So Hammond collects the kick-off, tips it inside to Scott Cram.
Well, if London can get another score very quickly, Leeds could start getting the wobbles, perhaps.
They need to score quickly if they're going to do that. That's Seabold. Here's Retchless. Good run from Retchless. It was halted by Harris. Glenair hands it on to Seabold again.
Well, Leeds put a trio of 4 pointers in the space of 7 or 8 minutes.
Hammond has gone straight up in the air. And Harris has it, and he pops it back. And away comes Carl Pratt.
Good work from Pratt there. Went back to help his fullback, Justin Harris. Learning all the time is the winger, Carl Pratt.
Senior does well. Back to Jackson. Looks inside. Morley. Flick pass. Beautiful. St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire. Got pace to burn. Going out wide. Taking on Peters. Peters did well.
Did he ever get off him? Oh, he's hurt. What is he? He's lost the ball. No, he held on to it. Was that a little bit of professionalism? No, he looks still down.
This is Sheridan on a hat-trick.
He's taken it. He's pinched the ball. Well, Wynyard had that football in his arm.
Here's Morley. Leeds getting closer and closer again. Powell. Sheridan. Harris. Wide it goes. St. Hilaire fully recovered. That's the last for Leeds. Tackled by Toshak. Stabbed through. Jackson gets it, but was he onside? He was. Jackson with the try. The London Broncos revival maybe has just been snuffed out.
Needs Harris kick. Taking full control now is the lead skipper. Little doubt. Good position by Steve Presley. Could see everything that was going on there. Rather surprisingly, there's no Bronco. Goes back for it. Fullback should have been there. Should have read the play. They didn't. They were caught out very badly indeed. Good work though from the hooker. And this is one way of repaying of perhaps getting a broken nose early in the match, is to come up with 4 points. Outstanding effort from the Leeds Rhinos.
Harris adds 2 more into the dark blue yonder. Jackson's try improved by Yestin Harris. 34 points to 6. Well, it's a flogging, Steve-O, there's no doubt.
Certainly is, and even though Jackson went over for that try, you've got to put it down to the fact that Marcus St. Hilaire, wonderful run from him. We mentioned early in this match that the importance of Leeds sharing the work, and full credit to their coach Dean Lance, who's utilised the substitutes to near perfection. They have all played their part. This must be the most pleasing result of all the season so far. That was a high shot on Harris. Seabold very careless indeed. Ooh, coming through. Now, he should walk for this. There's a man spinning round.
I think he is walking. The referee's gone to his pocket.
Yeah.
Red card. Gets worse for the Broncos. Seabold sent off.
Wait.
Referee Steve Presley absolutely convinced.
Well, when you have a guy that is being tackled and is spinning around, it's like a coconut shy. Have a go. That's what he did. And well done, Steve Presley.
So they're down to 12 men, the London Broncos. 34-6 down on the scoreboard. Open the floodgates. Here's Sheridan. Back to Jackson. On to Harris, none the worse for the experience. Here's St. Hilaire. Good tackle from Toshak.
Just under 10 minutes.
Carl
And
Pratt.
it's London that are out on their feet.
Here's Harris again. Sheridan. Morley. Back it goes to Senior. No way through there, so gives it to Cummins out wide. Tackled by Hammond and by Andy Johnson. McDermott. Jackson. Short ball. Blackmore. Powell. All repertoire of skills now. Pratt. Just put it down.
Powell couldn't get to it.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head, Steve. This will be a very pleasing result for the Leeds Rhinos coach Dean Lance as we ask you to vote for your man of the match. You're looking for a Rhino, that's obvious. 09009 1010 13. But to be fair to the Leeds club, when all around were having their say about Dean Lance and about this team, the board and the people who matter, who pay the wages, they never lost faith in the man that they brought over to replace Graham Murray.
And full credit, I mentioned that before the start of this game, and I suggested that maybe a few of the star players had still got Murray in their head rather than Lance. Well, he certainly showed that he can coach tonight, because this has been an outstanding effort from Leeds, and still is. Jackson will finish up with his football.
Knock on, I think he played the first.
Leeds head and feed. Not so sure why. Went backwards all the time.
Yeah, no, they're good though, man. Adrian, I need you lower with your tackling. You need it lower. Lock in.
No smile yet from Dean Lance, but inside the heart it must be glowing.
Oh, he'll be bubbling, there's no doubt.
And he's every right to do that.
It's their first away win in Super League, which is cause for celebration enough. Offside now, London. But it's the manner in which Leeds have achieved this. Emphasising again their third match, one of them a cup final, Salford on Tuesday. Now this, inside the past 7 days, and Leeds, well, the way they're playing, it really is a testament to their fitness. Cleary dropped that.
Well, that's a shame. He's had an outstanding game, Cleary. He has led by example. Just lost control of it. Maybe just had a little bit of a look, but when Leeds were on the rack, he would just cart this ball back upfield. Probably won't get the nod in regards to the man of the match, but he's certainly mine.
John Clark.
Well, it's a matter
all over him, look.
It's a matter of pride now for the Broncos.
Peters has run his blood to water, hasn't he?
Sure has. Well, it makes you wonder the standard of the fitness levels from either side, and maybe you have to point the finger at London.
Hammond with an intelligent kick through. Sheridan collects. Well, they're taking the chances now. Here goes St. Hilaire again. 2 tries in successive Wembley finals. Try last year, try this year for Marcus St. Hilaire off the bench, emulating the feat by Sam Panapa in the Wigan days. Great effort, and he would walk into many Super League teams from the start, would Marcus St. Hilaire.
The other thing that really has pleased me about the Leeds effort is the ability to work for each other and offload.
Well, they're really running around now with a spring in their heel. Another high tackle. And Powell being dragged up by John Clark. Penalty again to Leeds.
Little doubt about it. Swinging arm. After inflicting the pain, there's a flop and then drags him up again.
Here come Leeds again inside the last 5 minutes. It's with Fleary.
Well, after watching this second half, John Money, the London coach, must be wondering what on earth he has to do.
Ball flicked only into the arms of Carl Hammond. It's been pinched. 1-on-1, so play on Leeds. And here goes Farrell. He fancies getting in on the act. Strong run from Farrell.
Good work by Sheridan, pinching the football.
After all his glory years, I wonder what thoughts are going through John Money's mind at this point in time. He's got a mammoth job on his hands. Certainly if the last 76 minutes or so are anything to go by. McDermott was going to take on an audacious drop goal then.
He fooled them all.
Jackson,
lovely to see.
Sheridan, Morley, another. Adrian Morley off the bench scores another try for the Leeds Rhinos. Another birthday boy this week, 23 on Wednesday, and the champagne might taste quite sweet.
So simple against the London Broncos' tired defence. No way they're going to stop him. Dean Callaway, look at the amount of room they allow Sheridan to offload. Got a fine match, Sheridan. Scored 2 tries, creates that one.
Dean Lance, no smile yet, but apparently he was laughing and smiling just a few seconds ago, and well he might. This has been a big sigh of relief from him for all of that. This has been a big win for the Leeds Rhinos. Just remember again, Hull, Wigan, Bradford to come in the next 3 weeks. 3 tough assignments. But they have taken the cleaners through London here tonight. Cummins, change of kicker, Harris off the field, he misses.
Well, this really will be the night where Leeds and their fans can say that they've turned the corner. An outstanding effort. When they trotted off at half-time, who would have thought that they would have come out with all guns firing? The fitness levels, the team spirit, the defence, it's all been on show in this second half.
Yes, they deserve the victory. You cannot say anything else other than that with 38 points to 6 on the scoreboard. Look at Morley, running around like a 2-year-old.
He did like last Saturday as well. I thought in contention for the man of the match, even though he was on the losing side. I thought he had an outstanding game, Adrian Morley. But this is their best.
Oh, interception. Carl Hammond. Now then, Morley's quick, and he's cut him off at the pass. Napoli is grounded by Marcus St. Hilaire.
Good work there. Scrambling defence was superb. Look how Leeds have set up. That's how fit they are.
It goes wide. This is Toshak. Dominic Peters was hunting a second try outside of him. The pass never came.
What a great tackle from Farrell, though.
What an awful pass that was. Here's Scott Cram, and the defence is remarshalled.
Well, no speed from Carl Hammond, but you've got to admire the way that Leeds got back. Not only did they get back in just 1 and 2, the entire team was there.
Oh, and that's a pass into the arms of Powell.
Listen. Accidentally offside. See the Leeds man. They went forward to Adrian Morley, scrubbed down.
Head and feed to the Broncos in front of the sticks. Accidental offside, as you heard Steve Presley describe.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that.
It bounced off Fleary.
Just.
Glenn wide it goes to Toshak. Oh. Dominic Peters was over the line, and John Money, I think, has seen enough. You have to credit Leeds for their defence, but they were stretched out wide, and the pass was awful.
Not the best. It has not been the night for the Broncos. He's tried hard. He doesn't deserve losing bonus.
Is it a bonus to lose? I know what you mean.
Over and above their contract, it's any bonus.
St. Hilaire takes the last tackle of this match. London will be pleased to hear the final siren. A convincing win for the Leeds Rhinos. Who would have thought it possible at half-time when it was 4-2 and tryless? 6 tries from Leeds flowed in the second half. Senior, on the nod of the video referee, in the 4th minute, got them going. Sheridan with 2 followed. Cummins, Jackson, and then Morley got in on the act. Harris was faultless with the kicks. Peters got a try for the Broncos, Tollett with the goal, but a comprehensive and an important morale-boosting victory for the Leeds Rhinos here in the capital. Now, a great choice of action still to come tonight. On Sky Sports 1, 9:30, another chance to see Lennox Lewis defend his world heavyweight titles against Michael Grant, followed at 11:30 by the Friday Night Sports Centre. Over on Sky Sports 2 at 10, there's more US Tour Golf, Day 2 of the Compact Classic of New Orleans. On Sky Sports 3 from 10, wrestling action in WWF Late Night Raw. And for Sky Digital...
Engaging lock. Yes.
And I was under Dunn.
Yep. So, Dunn, you were...
Hey, look, it's me! Oh, just kiss him, will ya? Forget a conversion, we'll never kick it. We can beat these.
One lucky try, are you mad?
We can beat these, come on! Now, come on, cobblers, get it back together! Pick it up, pick it up!
Good, Tom.
Yes, Tom, yes, Tom, yes, Tom, yes, Tom, Tom! Good pass, yes, Tom, yes, yes, yes.
Come on, then.
Hooker half ahoy! Half time!
Half time? What about the conversion?
Half bloody time!
There's 3 minutes left.
Half time! Are you arguing? Because you'll be off in a minute. I've not forgotten what you did to me last time. Half time!
It's on!